So we're back with a brand new episode of Walkin Talkin with Tim. And my guest today is Danny Sulpizio.
Yes, sir.
Everybody calls you Danny, so I'm going to call you Danny.
All right.
Danny Sulpizio from First Harvest. I was going to say Community Bank. It's not.
No, come on.
I know. I mean, fix me.
First Harvest Credit Union, right here.
That's right. So Danny is the COO of First Harvest Credit Union. And I'm going to start out by asking Dan to say a little bit about what First Harvest does in general.
Yeah, well, first of all, thanks, Tim, for having me on. It's great. Always happy to be in your company. That's for damn sure. You bring a lot of energy. So First Harvest Credit Union, some of you may remember us as South Jersey Federal Credit Union. We rebranded about 2 years ago. But as First Harvest Credit Union, our main goal is to support the communities in which we serve, to make sure that we're taking care of our membership. And that's really at the forefront of what we do.
Right, and because I screwed up the name, it actually ties right into my first question is, there's a big misconception of what's the difference between a credit union and a bank?
Yeah, good question, Tim. So a lot of people really don't understand the difference between a credit union
and I did not. We talked about it.
It was great. So credit unions were really born, probably in the 1800s, where, all of the folks that were really wealthy, they were taken care of as banks started to develop. And folks in the lower economic scale really weren't taken care of. And the credit union movement started. And it's really started, again, from helping folks that are in underserved communities get banking services. So, and of course, we've evolved over the past couple hundred years, but right now, the credit union movement is really big. I mean, credit unions offer higher deposit rates, lower loan rates, and actually less dollars on services. We charge less on services for our members because we're a nonprofit. We're member owned. So other than a publicly traded company, when you become a member of the credit union, you get a share, a voting share.
It's voting share.
Voting share of the credit union. So you are a member. So we work for you.
So the cool thing about that too is that your guys are all about education, right?
Absolutely. That's our platform.
That's your platform. So you told me that if I wanted to join tomorrow, it costs about $10 to be a member.
$10.
Right? No big deal. Heads up on the pothole.
There's a pothole.
Yeah, we got to watch these things. So about $10 to join, and then if I join, when I make deposits, it actually gets me rewards, which is, I think that's pretty cool.
Absolutely. Yeah, we are the only credit union in the state of New Jersey that offers a tuition rewards program. So you can get 5% on all your deposit dollars that you could use for your children, grandchildren, nieces, nephews, to send them for a 4-year degree in over 400 private colleges in 50 states. So it's really a great program. It's a great opportunity for us because we want members to come in and bank with us. That's what we want, and it really supports what we talk about in education.
Roger that. So let's jump right into you.
Uh-oh.
Let's talk about you, my friend. So you got a lot going on. So your career is pretty wild. I'm just blown away by the career. So this guy who's now, I'm going to call him the bigwig at First Harvest. He's had so many jobs. I mean, you started out your family. It's DeBruno, right?
Yeah.
DeBruno and in South Philly, right?
Yep.
And it's cheeses, right?
Yeah.
So I should know this. I eat a lot of cheese. And I'm sure my wife probably buys it more than I do. So I guess, I just didn't notice the name. But I'm sure that the next time I'm there, I'm going to go, hey, that's Dan's family. So you worked there. You sliced meat when you were a kid.
Oh,
that's so cool, right?
Yeah, it was.
Right. And you told me this little story, and I'm gonna pitch this out to you guys because Dan said that sometimes when you go to the supermarket and you're at the counter, there's a family picture of the Brunos, and he's in it.
I'm the young guy in the background. So, I was a lot younger then. Had more hair too.
Look for Dan in the DeBruno picture. I'm gonna. So, and then you did other things, like you said you were a framer.
Yeah.
You worked in a men's clothing store. You did so many things, and this is all after you went to college, and he went to Gloucester County College, RCSJ guy, right? That's cool. Love that. So you did all this stuff. You had all these gigs, all these jobs, and you worked at I want to say you said about 6 different banks. Something along those lines.
Yeah. Yeah,
right?
well, actually, I worked there, Tim, but they all changed the name above me. So, see, that was the difference. I didn't move a lot. They just kept on changing the name, and that seems the way it works.
It happened a lot back then,
It
right?
happened a lot back then. Yes, it did.
So talk a little bit about, that little path from of the bank in banking that got you where you are.
Yeah, so it was great. I started out, left the men's clothing business and became a customer service representative at the Packer building at 15th and Chestnut. And, it was great being a young guy working in that industry then, And then all of a sudden, I went into the management training program and my career just took off. And I was really blessed with the opportunity to work in so many different departments, which got me to where I am today, because there are so many moving parts in a financial institution and people just don't realize how many things go into keeping a bank and or a credit union running every day.
And you're involved in a lot of safety now too. So you said that you were on a few boards.
Yes.
That you help make sure that these the institutions stay safe.
Yep. Actually, I work with the prosecutor, Gloucester County Prosecutor's Office. There's a lot of elder exploitation, financial exploitation that goes on now, and we meet on a monthly basis to help our members, to help anybody, really to understand what to look for when it comes to elders being taken advantage of. There's so many scams out there, whether they be dating scams, whether they be get-rich-quick scams, or just caretakers taking advantage of the elders.
Right.
And it's really important.
It's really bad right
Yep.
now. And you were also on the Habitat board. You ran it for like almost 10 years, right?
Yeah, that was great. Habitat for Humanity, I loved it in Gloucester County. Like any good executive, my job was to find my replacement, and I did that. And we built a great board, and they're on to the next level. And I'm really happy with what the board and all of the volunteers accomplished.
So nice to shout out to Habitat, Meg and Angela, right? Do I have that right?
Rhonda.
And Rhonda,
Yep.
exactly right. So the next thing would be, so you've been married for, you said 26 years?
23 years together with my wife, 26.
I was close, man. I was close.
Okay.
A little brain fog. It's all good. So 23 years you've been married,
Yes,
right? And
yes.
you said you have a daughter named Gabriella.
Gabrielle, yep.
And, Gabrielle.
Gabrielle, yeah.
Gabrielle.
She goes by Gabby, too, believe it or not.
Oh,
In her
Gabby.
professional career.
So Gabby apparently is an attorney.
She's an attorney, yes, she is.
So she's in...
She's in Charleston, South Carolina. Yeah, she went to Charleston School of Law. She graduated, at the top of her class, and she really specializes in medical malpractice down there.
And just got married, right?
Just got married, yes, and we have a 1-year-old grandson. So we're happy with that, man. It's great to be grandparents, that's for sure.
Look at you, grandparent. Love it.
Love it.
Love it, love it, love it. So, a really fun thing about you is that you're a Parrot Head. So
man.
For those of you that don't know what a Parrot Head is, it means he's a huge Jimmy Buffett fan. In fact, you told me that in 2018, you got handed to you the signed flip-flops.
Oh, man, Jimmy, I love sitting in the front row there. Jimmy came up, autographed his... They were clean flip-flops. They weren't the one he wore.
It wouldn't have
Just something
mattered.
he does every show.
You'd have taken them anyway.
I would have. He handed them to me. They were autographed. And then, believe it or not, a couple of months later, I was a guest DJ on Sirius XM Radio Margaritaville, which was really cool. I got to introduce 4 Jimmy Buffett songs and talk a little bit about how his music inspires me. So
That's pretty wild.
wild.
And it inspires you so much that and I don't think they're tied together automatically, but you love, apparently, the islands.
Oh my gosh, unbelievable. Anguilla, Antigua, Jamaica, the Bahamas, St. Lucia, you name it, I'm there, man. It's a way of life. That's a way
You're
of
the
life.
guy that likes to sit on the beach, be on the beach,
Yes. Last year, my wife and my daughter bought me a set of steel drums for my birthday. So
Can you play them?
Well, yeah, I'm learning. I'm trying to, it's not easy. So I played drums for a number of years,
Me
but
too.
steel drums are different. And
I'm a drummer too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't realize. Okay, steel drums are different. So
They
I'm
are.
still getting the hang of it. But for me, it's get me lost in the reggae man as I walk along the beach.
So, having said that, so the beach, I'm not a big fan of the beach, right? I told you that while we were walking around. So I don't enjoy sitting in the sand, none of that crap, but I love to look at the ocean. I really enjoy being around the beach, just not on it. So when you go there, what is your favorite thing to do at the beach?
Well, I love watching the waves, just watching the water, the tides coming in and out, and I love to calculate how long I'm gonna have to sit there and not have to move my chair during the tide change, So that's really a skill. I mean, it takes a while to really get that. And I also love watching, the other families together, because, you see the young couples are all fighting with each other, and then you see that the parents that don't get a break to sit down because their kids need something to eat or something to drink. So I watched that and kind of relived those memories, because I was there. But it's just great to watch the ocean, watch the tides coming in and out, and really just get lost and think.
Absolutely. And speaking of that, I asked you what your favorite thing to do was when you're not working, when you come home, you unwind, and you don't have to do anything with anybody. And what was it?
It was doing nothing. I don't have to do anything. Why do I have to do something? Now, I really do like to take care of, when you go to my house out back, because of this island thing, we've got hibiscus plants out back that I take care of, all this tropical stuff in my backyard.
Tranquil.
I got the music and the water feature, and it's just nice to go out there and have a cocktail, just me and my wife, and just relax.
And just chill out.
Just chill. After a stressful day.
Right. So you do a lot of helping out in our community, right? So, you like to give back.
Absolutely.
So, what's your advice for the young kids coming up, young entrepreneurs, young professionals, anybody who wants to get started in the workforce? Because I know you're involved in that too.
Yeah.
What's your advice to them when they are trying to figure out what they want to do and how to go about doing it?
They got to get involved. You've got to get involved. And a lot of kids today don't realize in some of the jobs that they take, they go, I don't really want to work over, at this place and serve coffee or sandwiches. You know what? I'm a hiring manager. I get coffee every day. And it's a chance for us to spot talent. So people need to really look at those jobs and say, that's important. And it's also important to make sure that you're getting involved. When I look at a resume and someone comes in, I want to see that they're doing something for someone else, because we're all about service.
And they get to talk to people.
Absolutely.
So if you're working in a place, no matter what it is, even if it's just like you said, a coffee shop, you're talking to people all the time, and that's a skill.
Yes.
Absolutely. A huge skill when you get out in the workplace.
If you think about it, the people that are volunteering, if you're volunteering at Habitat for Humanity, the people that are there are top executives that are in a position to hire people, and that's where you meet people. That's how you're going to start to move. So not only is it good to really serve your community, but you're going to better yourself for it.
Love that. So if people want to get hold of you, or if they want to get hold of First Harvest or contact First Harvest, how do they do that?
All right. Well, just visit our website, firstharvestcu.com. All the information's there, contact information, and certainly you could reach out through many other channels. So love to hear from you, because our job is, again, about helping the community. So
he sounds like a radio announcer, doesn't he? He has that voice. Anyway, but listen, thanks for being on.
Thank you, Tim.
Enjoy doing this. And for the rest of you guys, follow me on Instagram. Keep on walking, keep on moving, and we'll see you next time on Walkin' and Talkin' with Tim.
Yeah, man.